Welcome, everyone. This class is going to re-inspire you to fructify your decision to subdue all types of distractions and disappointments in your life. Because you're listening to this because you signed up to become greater and to get to your goals, to live your dream. Your goal is to drop a few pounds, but really it's to increase confidence. It's to have your children look up to you like a superhero with super strength. It's to be able to be agile, able, and willing and move freely and express yourself. Instead of being depressed, being able to express yourself through physical motion, be able to sleep better, be able to repair your body with sleep, and restore your mind by being able to deal with stress in a different way. So let's get into it. We're going to go over one of the keystone habits that is so imperative. Your keystone habit that you do multiple times a day is eating, okay? And we're going to start off with this book here. I'm in the library. There are so many opportunities you have to learn how to eat better foods. Now, before we get into this, I picked some pictures of books right here because, like, when we look at this is traditional American eating, right? It's Instant Pot, step by step. Now, that one actually looks good. I wonder what's in there. Right, I see right away. 1 cup heavy cream and half cream. 1 package Boursin spread and 4 ounces cream cheese. Wow. 2 teaspoons Worcester sauce. That is so much sodium and so much fat. And that is what the craze is right now. We need more sugar, refined sugar. We need more sodium, aka Gatorade, and all types of like drinks like that. And we need more protein. We don't need any more of that stuff. This book is like, I picked it just to show you, like, this is what we normally eat. Refined carbs and meat and cheese. Refined carbs and meat and cheese. I'm not like, this isn't like prompted. I just looked at this book and I'm like, oh, yep. Traditional foods. Traditional heartache, traditional heartburn, traditional dementia, traditional... so traditional that we rename the names. Like, children now get what we call cirrhosis or fatty liver. It used to be called alcoholic cirrhosis, and now we call it non-alcoholic cirrhotic liver or fatty liver. Children ages 5 to 10 get it now. This is not just for you. This is for your children. Children born after the year 2000 are 1 in 3 chance of getting diabetes. This is not just for you. This is for your children. This is what is traditional way of eating. And I know you think it tastes good. And you're like, no, Keith, it definitely tastes good. Not to everyone, not to every culture. To some cultures, this doesn't taste good. To some cultures, eating bugs tastes good. And when I say eating bugs, you probably just cringed. But really, like, you know, lobster and shrimp are the cockroach of the sea. They clean the sea. Mussels are the filter of the sea. I think those things are delicious. I also think bugs are delicious. And I also, I choose not to live without fruits and vegetables because they are the most delicious thing that I didn't grow up eating. Right? Salmon, like, now we have such different types of salmon that they literally, like, color it pink just to make sure it's good. Like, we think we're not eating soy, but really when all this meat eats so much soy that we're eating soy. And I'm not here to disgrace or shame out any type of food. This could be great food, right? Even desserts. But we've had this stuff for so long. And the people are, and the places that you're in, the familiarity is keeping you from the fantastic. The people are persuading you to live a poisonous life that you don't want anymore. And I'm not saying you have to completely let go of those people, but add new people in, add new recipes in, add new places in. Go to the park instead of the little electronic income reducer. Like, get new experiences so that you'd like to experience more. Because this right here is killing us, not just slowly anymore and not just softly. It's killing us hard and quick. We are going through so much pain for the pleasure that we're in. And it's simple. It seems so easy, it's going to be so hard. It seems so hard, it's going to be so much easier. All of this, like this right here, I was like, what? How could you ever be vegan? Like, how could you live without meat and cheese? And how could you live without pizza? We have pizza every Friday. How could you live without meatloaf and hamburgers and hot dogs? And when I started to not do that, some of my friends were like, what are you doing to me? To you? I'm not eating that stuff anymore. We could go out to eat. I'm just going to choose a little different of food. And they were like distraught. And then new people that I got into my life, like it's so controversial. Like changing the way you eat is sometimes more challenging than changing your religion. Okay, so that's a little intro, but there are so many options. Like this is actually, I was going through this book, and she's like look at that smile, like look at that vibrance, and notice that her family. She's talking about her family right away, right? And then, like, look at that breakfast, right? Does it say breakfast? Yeah, breakfast. Like that could be a great breakfast. Talk about fast food. Just mix some berries together, or you want to get fancier, right? She has a great breakfast here, right? Look how delicious that is. I picked pictures on purpose, right? So blueberries, I'll read out the ingredients real quick. It's basically, this is our keystone habit. Carb, not protein, fat, carb, fat, protein. So first pick your carbohydrate, fruit. Vegetables are okay, but vegetables are mainly minerals unless you're having like sweet potato or something more calorie dense, or carrots. But most vegetables have so little calories, they're not going to be like our primary choice. They're for flavor, they're for crunch. They are delicious. Like, oof, vegetables become so flavorful once you start indulging in them. Okay, but fruits first. And whole grains and root vegetables like the potatoes, sweet potatoes, purple potatoes, carrots, yucca, malanga. It's really nice to experiment with different cultures because we really eat culturally. We think that we are eating like Chinese food or Italian, but it's American Chinese, American Italian. In those countries, they probably wouldn't. Like I've even heard pizza has very sparing amounts of cheese, but here it's like mainly cheese. So fruit, right, is our carb, and then fat. Nuts and seeds are a great fat. And then protein. We got actually the protein and the fat, nuts and seeds. Another protein is lentils, legumes, beans. I mentioned all these plant sources because y'all been doing this for a long time. Sure, you already know how to eat meat and cheese very well. Like attempt to eat a little less of it and a lot lower of fat content in your meat and cheese. You could mix them, have less like 1 to 4 ounces of meat, 1 to 4 ounces of cheese every day. And 4 ounces of cheese is actually a lot to eat every day. It could be done healthily. It really depends on what the animal eats. So going to the farmer's market, fish, they eat a lot of algae, so that's why they tend to be lower in fat and much better health-wise for your heart. They don't have a lot of cholesterol in it, but every animal product has cholesterol in it, and raising our cholesterol happens from eating a lot of animal products. Eating a lot of plant foods lowers our cholesterol levels and lowers our blood pressure and lowers our risk of heart disease because of these lignans, these fibers that go through your body undigested. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible because this is about the keystone habit of eating, but to know why you're eating it inspires you to do it. And we only do things because we feel like it. Feel like it for your children and your children's children. So we stop passing down disease and give them freedom instead of fatigue and disease. We give them generational health as a legacy instead of fatigue and disease. Because being tired and sick, it ain't so fun. It doesn't taste that good to be tired and sick all the time. We're eating ourselves to death. And like, it's not about putting war about like one food. You could still eat that stuff, but include more of this. Like breakfast is a great way to start because you're training your taste buds. Okay, so Here, listen to this. 1.5 cup old-fashioned rolled oats. I'd go organic for that. A half cup Brazil nuts. A half cup sunflower seeds. Now that seems like a lot, and it is, but this is for a bigger recipe. You could use a lesser bit, right? Half cup raw almonds. 1 teaspoon cinnamon. Cinnamon is awesome. It helps to with blood sugar. It tastes great. Has so many health benefits and an ORAC value of oxygen reduction absorption capability. Basically lowers your risk of antioxidants or rusting. And they have a half teaspoon salt. That's a good amount of salt. I wouldn't put that much. 2 tablespoons unrefined coconut oil. I wouldn't put that much. I'd rather put coconut flakes, whole food. Half cup of maple syrup. I wouldn't put that much because it's really refined, like you're cooking the maple syrup. Brown rice syrup, again, another refined sugar. I'd rather just use more fruit, like bananas, and then we have some dried fruits here. Apricots, goji berries, Hunza mulberries, and golden raisins, 1/4 cup of each. 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, awesome. 2 tablespoons water. So I would rather add a whole bunch more fresh fruit to this, but she's making a cereal so that you could keep on using it for later. It's called a super hippie granola. And then acai bowl granola, getting frozen unsweetened acai and putting that in with a banana, strawberries, 1 ripe banana, 6 strawberries, 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup non-dairy milk. And then again with her sugars, agave nectar. I'd rather switch out the refined, simple sugars for wonderful sugars from fruit. Banana, mango, frozen blueberries. You ever put frozen blueberries in with soy milk or a unsweetened almond milk? It makes these blue ice crystals. It makes the milk blue. It's delicious. You could make your own milk instantly with almond butter and water and just whip it up, and it'll be a great milk without additives. Cinnamon again, and assorted fresh seasonal fruit. It's really amazing, right? So I'm going to do my best not to read this whole book, but it is really powerful. Green vitamin powder. You could get green powder, red powder. It's cool to add into your smoothie. I just think it just tastes good. Just make sure the ingredients, they don't have unpronounceable weird additives in there. Frozen peach, frozen mango, frozen blueberries, frozen banana, frozen berries, soaked flax seeds, soaked almonds, coconut water. Experiment with new foods and it will taste so much better. 2 pitted dates. Dates are so great for pregnancy, for breaking a fast. They've been used since biblical times. Here's a great ginger apple smoothie. A fresh piece of ginger, about 1 6-inch piece of ginger, 1 ripe banana, 1 cup unsweetened apple juice. I would rather use some apples. Juice, unless you're pressing it fresh, tends to really not be the most beneficial for us. 1/4 cup soaked almonds, 1 tablespoon fresh lemon juice, and 1 teaspoon green tea powder. Interesting. I would probably change it a little bit. I would probably go with ginger, just a little teeny bit because it's really powerful. I'd go with 2 bananas to make it sweeter. I'd go with maybe 1 apple in there, although I don't blend apples too often. And then almonds and fresh lemon juice. And I think that would be pretty good. Getting the right blender. She talks about a Vitamix. A Vitamix will make an apple super smooth to the point where you would blend an apple. I wouldn't an apple blended in a normal blender might not be as tasty. So this is some great ideas using different herbs, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, vanilla in your smoothies and in your cereals. Make it delicious, rolled oats, soy milk, banana, and makes it so delicious. Hemp seed, walnuts, and she has a lot of the, when I'm going through this, it's a lot of the same ingredients. Raisins or currants are great. You could get them without added stuff on there. So, oh my Lord, I'm not going to be able, I don't want to like take too much time of your time with this. This is supposed to be a short video, but there are so many recipes y'all could get. You don't need a book to do this. It's kind of fun to flip through the book though at a library. You could get like a few vegetarian, vegan cookbooks and just alter them a little bit. Like, let me know how you'd like to alter them, right? Ooh, does that look good? Oh my, you know, there is such amazing things that you get. It all starts with Whole Foods though. It really all starts with Whole Foods. Like slaw, get a spiralizer, get a special way of cutting it and processing it so you don't have to process it all the time. Try different whole grains like millet, barley, brown rice, wild rice. Experiment with different colorful vegetables. Go to farmers markets, ask them for recipes. Just substitute the oil for like real fat, like avocado, coconut seeds, tahini is great. Carrots, a vegan loaf. These are all so amazing. Look at that. Look at that color. So there's so many more, but really just designing your dish to have like carbohydrate, right? Fruit, vegetable, whole grain, and then to have some fat, nut, seed. And then after those, having protein, bean, vegetables are very high in protein. Like most of us get more than enough protein. You don't need to like super have protein every single meal. Chicken salad, seitan. Seitan is another, it's like vital wheat gluten if you're not allergic to gluten. You could try out different veggie meats. I love tempeh, is amazing. This one is texturized vegetable protein, or TVP. It's usually made with soy, but they make in the stores you'll find tofu that's made out of like chickpeas, and you could make it yourself. Very simple recipes for chickpeas to make it out of tofu, hemp tofu, beans. Like there are so many different ways to prepare beans. So many different beans: fava beans, black beans, chickpeas, pinto beans, and roll-ups, blue corn chickpea tacos, bean wraps, Ezekiel tortillas. Like, oh man, Ezekiel has great products. Dal, red lentil dal. Indian food is amazing. Like, dal is another word for lentils, putting it over brown rice. Tortilla soup, like gazpacho, blended tomatoes that's raw. Oh my Lord, African kale and yam soup. All around the world, we've eaten vegetables with grains as like a main staple of our diet. And we're not like, oh, I need protein. We didn't get protein at every meal because we wouldn't have access to it. It takes a lot to get like an animal killed and on the plate. This is creamy carrot soup. So what were the ingredients? Carrots, a pound of carrots, small onion, 1/4 cup instant oats to make it creamy, 1/2 cup non-dairy milk like soy milk to make it creamy, half tablespoon ginger, a half teaspoon ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon allspice, salt to taste, pepper to taste. Oh my Lord, Aztec corn soup. Oh man, these are so delicious. Pumpkin bread. You like to cook cornbread. Like there are so many recipes. A non-omelet with silken tofu and chickpea flour and nutritional yeast and turmeric and garlic powder. A frita. Wow. Amazing book. Amazing technology in the kitchen. These two books are awesome. You can get them at a library. You go to the library in the cookbook section. Okay, one more. I'm gonna like cut this off in like 3 minutes. This doesn't even have pictures. But wow, lentils with braised vegetables and thyme. It's about time. Baked beans with miso and apple butter. You like salt? Try out some miso. Lentils with squash. Vitality stew. Black soybeans. Kombu, which is seaweed. tastes amazing. When you cook with seaweed, that's the original MSG. Daikon, an amazing root vegetable. Dried tofu. Lotus root. Try lotus root and burdock and barley and ginger juice and fresh green onions. Like that will blow your taste buds away. Sauteed broad beans, country bean pate, white navy beans, onion, garlic, whole wheat breadcrumbs, 2 teaspoons mustard, 1 juice of lemon, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 1 tablespoon brown rice syrup, 1 teaspoon basil and dill weed, sea salt, and lettuce leaves. Ooh-wee. Oh, man, buckwheat noodle soup. There are so many amazing dishes for you. I hope this gives you some prosperity. Prosperity, meaning give your children the true wealth. Feed them this stuff so they train their taste buds differently than we did, because people keep you in the position you're in. Let me say it again. People keep you in the position you're in. When we keep on surrounding ourselves with the same people, we're going to surround ourselves with the same position, perspective in life. When we change the people that are in our life, we change our position and our perspective. When you change your perspective, then you start to be able to learn. Because tactics and strategies like cookbooks only do so much if you don't change your perspective. I've showed y'all the way that I've showed y'all the way we taste things. We go, ooh, and then we eat it. Or we go, like taste things with a smile. I always teach shots. Don't even try it if you're going to be like, just smile. Be like, oh. And then I see the second smile of like, that actually was good. So enjoy yourself. Change our traditions, right? They're killing us. I'm going to go check on what Jai's eating now that's fed to him at a library. And hopefully they change the way they're serving food. Because a lot of the times we got to request for different things. And that's why I got food in the car. Because I'm not trying to put a damper on his day. But like that right there, that picture is what I want to see in schools and jails and libraries. Everywhere should be eating fresh foods. And it literally is cheaper because it grows on trees. You get a free lunch. Grow your food. Check out your local farmers markets to change your perspective by changing the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Have a great day. Thank you.